Just a beautiful, all original 1983 928S Euro edition with only 66,000 Carfax certified original documented miles. In Zen metallic, which is actually in the US, pewter metallic. This is 100% factory original paint, with the exception of the passenger side quarter panel, that the only thing we can figure is that was probably just a clear coat touch up, made it had a scratch, because it's only 7 to 8 mils thick, where the rest of the car measures 3 to 5 mil thick. The paint is in amazing condition on this car. This also was optioned with factory 16-inch flat disc forged Fuchs made wheels. They are 100% original. The interior on the car is in amazing condition. The black leather is still super nice. The paint on this car has just held up wonderfully on it. These were painted, I think, in '83 still with single stage enamel, which just makes a huge difference on these cars. The exhaust, I still got the original style muffler, which just sounds really nice. The European models do have 300 horse, where the compared to the US version S was only 225. This car also has the optional 3-speed automatic, which actually I used to kind of frown on that, but not anymore. That 3-speed shifts so well, and it's so geared to this engine, does amazingly well. It's this quarter panel here that was repainted. Like I say, I think it's just clear coat because it measures 7 to 8 mil thick, which you can see that in the photo gallery. The rest of the paint is all original. Car's never had an accident, clean Carfax. The paint is just deep gloss. Just a really beautiful example of an original European S. This 83S, of course, to me, the heartbeat of the whole car is the engine. It's a 4.7 all aluminum single overhead cam 2-valve engine. Actually quite simple, but the Euro version of the 83 had 300 horsepower, which the US version in 83 only was 220. They didn't achieve over 300 horsepower until the S4s in the 87 with a 4-cam 4-valve motor. Much more complicated engine. This is completely stock, no modifications, no leaks underneath. It still retains the original air cover Porsche sticker there with a new air filter. Also, back in 2010, at 59,000 miles, they had a major service. New timing belt, new water pump, Porsche OEM. All three timing belt rollers were replaced. The timing belt tensioner was rebuilt. It also has new Baru spark plug wires, spark plugs, distributor cap, and rotor. The engine is the M28/12, which corresponds to the Euro S83 with an automatic. The engine just starts hot, cold, whenever, easy, right off, very smooth, very strong running, all gears, no stumbling on acceleration, just a great engine. The engine bay on this thing is just really nice and clean, and kind of a work of art with those octopus looking tubes. The interior on this 83S is in amazing condition. Even these rear window trim sails, normally these are warped and coming away. None of that evident on this. Just in incredible shape. These photos make the rear cargo mat look washed out, but it's not. It's nice and black. Also, the rear sun visors are still in nice shape. They're a little tainted, but you know, still good. This car's 45, almost 50 years old. Door panels are in great shape as well. The seats, the original leather, they're still comfortable and soft. And as we showed earlier, the power accessories, everything works on the seats. Of course, the back seats, probably nobody ever sat in it. The dash is perfect. There is no cracks on the pod or the dash itself, which is quite impressive. Steering wheel still in nice shape, which this is indicative of the 66,000 original miles. Also, you'll see in the gallery, this car still has the original first aid box kit. And I showed pictures of the contents, and it's still in its original location. Just letting you know how original this car is. Original floor mats, a little dusty there, but it's also got the original insulation under that. Both sides, of course, front and back. And I showed complete floor pans on it. Just a really nice, clean, original example. Here we go for a ride in the 83 928S Euro. As you can see, that shift's really smooth and yet crispy and firm. Temperature's almost up to 1/4 of the gauge now. I'm going to go ahead and punch it so you can see. So you can see it downshifts properly. Of course, now we're going too fast almost to back in this Yukon. Brakes work great. Steering is tight. There's no play in it. And it's about 94 degrees out here, and the temperature's running just a little bit above 1/4. That's almost 60 right there, no vibrations, very smooth. I'm going to hit it again. You'll see it downshifts properly. That's 80. Brakes are smooth, no vibrations, no chattering. Temperature's running right at 1/2 of a gauge now. It's been idling in that for about 5 minutes earlier. Oil pressure's running great. Everything works. Gas gauge, oil pressure gauge, amp gauge, temp gauge, tach, speedometer, odometer. So here we go for the 83 928. We've got 3 sets of keys. Got the original owner's manual in German, as well as the US, which is the original service places where to go in Germany, and a few extra fuses. Here's the Carfax report. You can see there's no odometer issues, no accidents on the car. Everything is clean and right and concurrent on the mileage. Here's the big service that I spoke about in the video on the timing belt, water pump, and all that. And that was done at 59,000 miles back in 2010. That's a receipt for a catalytic converter and a couple connectors on the exhaust. That was just done recently. Torque converter seal, that was 1,700. I was back at 62,966 miles. Same thing on the impulse sensor for the speedometer. And that's it.